Selwyn, 1958 through 1963. Ray Sparrenberg acted as the host Selwyn, whom aired on Wish TV. Selwyn's catchphrase was, "Friday night is Fright Night" on Channel 8. Whether or not you watched Selwyn, you knew who he was with his iconic pasty makeup, cape and bolero hat. Inspired by Zacherley, another horror host by John Zachel, a New York-based horror host during the 1958's called Shock Theater, but changed to Zacherley at large in 1959. Zacherley at the end of each of his movies would give his farewells "Good night, whatever you are," which Selwyn ended up adopting. The Son of Selwyn. Alex McBean as the Son of Selwyn, October 1997. The memory of Selwyn was revived during Halloween 1997 by WTBU, Butler University Television, a non-PBS commercial free public station. The regular host of Classic Cinema Showcase, Amy Ulrich, was held hostage in a bottle by the Son of Selwyn. And for that weekend the program became Classic Shock Theater, as recounted by WTBU's Alan Deck. My own personal creation, The Son of Selwyn, premiered last Halloween week on WTBU TV 69, Butler University Public TV, when he made 2 nightly appearances with a double feature each eve, and then did his 6-hour monster movie marathon on Classic Shock Theater Halloween night. He shrank our lovely Amy Ulrich, afternoon classic cinema hostess, and entrapped her in a bottle, refusing to let her out until the station raised enough money during our WTBU Halloween fund drive. My version of "Buy This Magazine" or "We'll Shoot This Dog." It worked. Largest fund drive in the station's history. The Son of Selwyn was portrayed by lacrosse star Alex McBean of Rochester, New York, and he was nothing short of fantastic. Make up somewhere between the original Selwyn and Zach, New York's Zacherley, one of the earliest TV horror hosts. According to the intro to the show, after the original Selwyn left Indianapolis, he traveled to New Orleans, where his union with a voodoo queen produced a son. Films shown during the 1997 fund drive included Dreyer's Vampire, Horror Hotel, The Vampire Bat, and, most appropriate to the Son's voodoo connections, White Zombie. The following video caps are from the Halloween 1998 program. The Son returned for another go-round this past Halloween season in 1998, hosting films throughout the month of October, culminating in a 6-hour monster movie marathon on Halloween night. This time Selwyn was accompanied by a niece named Volnavia, who assisted him in presenting the films. McBean felt the new shows were all the more zany. Films shown included Tormented, Murder Round the Clock, The Bat, The Man Who Lived Again, Strangler of the Swamp, Condemned to Live, The Ghoul, and the original Carnival of Souls. The fund drive also included presentations of the documentaries Vampires of New England and Vlad Tepes about the historical Dracula, introduced by Alan Deck and Megan Booth's pictures from the 1998 fund drive to come, Jdm Tarantula Ghoul. Hostess of House of Horror between 1957 to 1959, Tarantula Ghoul played by Suzanne Waldron, which aired on KPTV. A triple threat, she was an actress, hostess and musician. With her musical experience, she was in the band The Gravediggers, whom recorded songs like Graveyard Rock and King Kong. In her studies in the New Mexico Highlands University in the early 1950s exited her in interests in radio commentary and stage acting. By 1952, Waldron began performing at the Portland Civic Auditorium and earning voice roles in radio commercials. A year later she started receiving local acclaim for her roles in comedy and drama after joining the Magic Ring Repertory Company. Waldron's appearance as a witch in a staging of Macbeth caught the eye of producers from the Fox-affiliated TV station KPTV. Their management hired Suzanne for Tarantula Ghoul, the late-night personality for upcoming House of Horror variety show. Concept of the Tarantula Ghoul character: a sleek raven-haired hostess that had a striking resemblance to the fictional matriarch Morticia Adams, was based on Vampira, played by actress Mila Nurmi. Which briefly aired in 1954 and 1955, was highly successful in Los Angeles before its cancellation, encouraging television stations across the USA to recreate the show's premise as well as its ghoulish hostess. Premiering on October 9, 1957, House of Horror aired at 10:30 p.m. on Wednesdays. Like the predecessor The Vampira Show, she introduced different campy B-rated horror film and acted in various satirical comedic parts. Grave robber turned Gardner Milton, who was played by John Hillsbury, Sir Galahad the Tarantula, and Baby, a beautiful boa constrictor, accompanied Suzanne on screen. Suzanne would make grand entrances by emerging from a coffin when she would appear in public events. Although House of Horror had a large popularity, it was cancelled in 1959 when it was found that Suzanne was pregnant out of wedlock. Suzanne Waldron sometimes revived Tarantula Ghoul in the beginning of the 1960s, of course. She was offered opportunities to become a host on T.V. another time. She went on to focus on her voice over work and stage acting. At the age of 50, Suzanne died in June of 1982 due to colon cancer. Vampira. From 30th of April 1954 through April 2nd, 1955, the weekly series was produced and created by Mr. Hunt Stromberg Jr. and featured the vampire persona created by Mila Nurmi. Though the persona was unseen outside of the area of Los Angeles, the Vampira show has become a cult classic, spawning fans all over the world. The costume of Nurmi's Vampira character was inspired by the spooky, The New Yorker cartoons by Charles Addams. Later it was adapted for the TV series The Addams Family in the year of 1964. As Nurmi said in an interview, she had dressed as Addams, at the time nameless ghoul woman, to attend Lester Horton's Hollywood costume promenade, the Bal Caribe, in 1953. Mila's Ghoul Woman won Best Costume out of all 2,000 attendees, winning the attention of Hunt Stromberg Jr., a Hollywood producer. He asked if she would do the character for the television. She reimagined the costume and character as a glamorous and buxom spouseless vampire, instead of the mother of a family, naming her creation Vampira. Nurmi said in an interview her intention was to invent a unique creation of her own that was sexier and campier than the mute and flat-chested Addams character, partially to avoid plagiarizing Addams' intellect property. Vampira was known to appear during the day in full costume. Nurmi's her husband Dean Reisner refused to appear in communal or any other public area with his wife in her Vampira costume. Vampira's personality was based on elements of several silent photographic film actresses, including Theda Bara and Gloria Swanson. The Vampira character was influenced by the Evil Queen from Snow White and from the Dragon Lady character in the Dame Ellen Terry Cloth and the Pirates comic. Having a concept of a themed host introduce these films was very new for the era. It gained popularity later on. Stations across the globe replicated it. Although the Vampira show was looked at as Los Angeles only, but of course was featured in photo spreads, articles, TV guides. The instant success let Nurmi appear on lots of TV in the 1950s, such as Red Skelton Show, Ed Sullivan's Toast of the Town, Cancellation. Despite the Vampira show's popularity, it was cancelled in the year 1955. The cancellation was because Nurmi refused to sell her rights to the character to ABC. For a short moment in 1956, Nurmi revived the Vampira show on the KHJ-TV channel. After that, dressed and credited as Vampira, Nurmi appeared in the cult film Plan 9 from Outer Space 1959, but she was out of character. She told interviewers she thought the dialogue of it was bad, so she asked permission to perform her entire role in a manner she said was Mila. In an alpha state she had a spellbound manner and was mute. In Las Vegas she was in Come As You Are with Liberace. Zacherley. John Zachel, sometimes credited as John Zacherley, September 26, 1918 to October 27, 2016, was an American T.V. host, voice actor, radio personality, and singer. He was best known for his long-standing history of being a horror host, who often was broadcasting horror motion pictures in Philadelphia and New York City in the 1950s and 1960s. Most known for character named Zacherley/Rodemain. He also did voice work for motion pictures and recorded the top 10 rock song